I feel like their team fight's kind of bad on the Liquid side is another problem. They have
Ooh,
static
never
storm,
mind.
but-
Complete opposite of what I said.
Is this going to be a rect, I guess?
No, this is mid SF, right?
On your screen being the reference point, SUNSfan here with SyndereN. Got to wait on some talking here as Baboka with the flame break gets put back into the fray, but FaZe Edict going to keep him alive. Boxy, he's going to be the one to likely drop here. Beyond will get the first blood and will eventually go down to the raise from Nisha. That's right, there's a Shadow Fiend in this game. We'll get to that in just a moment. As Saberlight on the Timber Saw, Rocket Barrage from Flyfly is enough to finish the job. But Concoction actually connects on the Nisha. A good old-fashioned team fight to start the game. You gotta love it. Flyfly will live through the day, or the night in this case, for another 15 seconds. 2-1 advantage for Yakult boys.
Bad Rider going to connect and help with the rune. Oh, denies it
does
last
deny.
moment there.
Might cost him though. Ollie gonna stay alive with that magic resist. Emo making his way over as well. He does take a bit of a punishment there as the Aether Remnant connects onto Nisha. Can you believe that? Were people going for this?
It's probably because too many games were getting ruined by people thinking it was useful.
Yeah, well, removing it is one option. Baboka Concoction onto Nisha. He's in a lot of trouble. Insanity is there for moral support. They're going to be able to take out Ollie first. Nisha on the other side of the kinetic field, though, as Emo takes the damage from Saberlight, who makes his way over as well.
Then be here, of course.
I'm glad you can reference a show that's 25 years old.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's where the sound is from.
Baboka,
he's dead.
Oh, man. That is a lot of damage. V-Tune. He's going to be able to get off his ult as they're going to apply more pressure to this Darkseer. Nisha with the Requiem. Emo going in really deep with the Astral Step, and Ollie coming in to assist. They're going to be able to take 2 cores off of Liquid as a result of this. And Boxy with the Rocket Barrage will barely live.
He's stoked right now.
He's super stoked to be able to get out alive.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Astral Step for another 8 seconds or so.
He's fast as fuck.
We'll be able to
He's
assimilate
out.
to the other side.
He's going to heal up.
Gets glimpsed.
Unreal, Valve. Just give me the whole thing by default. All right, mid push.
Okay.
Emo going to work with the siege creep. Boxy's stoked to be here.
Yep, already at half HP.
And
Concoction is
died.
going to connect, and he will drop.
Oh, that didn't work.
As the Yakult Bros, also known as Boys.
They also don't matter that
It's
much.
half of a neutral.
You still have
It's
the
half of a
enchantment.
neutral.
Right.
Is
you
that
still
really
have
that
the
big of a deal?
Exactly.
All right, we're
They
going to have a
find Ollie.
full
He's
old-fashioned team fight again. Ollie dies in the pit. Nisha looking for the Requiem. Cancels it, though. Call down from Flyfly. He's going to get glimpses. Nisha, oh, the Requiem dodged by Emo. Very nicely done. Homing missile into the Aether Remnant as well. Saberlight trying to assist. They slow down Emo a bit, but Nisha just on the outskirts going to be helped out by the lasso, but not enough. Still falls to Flyfly. Boxy dies as well. Boxy showing mid. Probably want a higher priority target here. And Nisha is exactly that. Astral Step with the stun to follow. This is going to be a super easy kill. They give it to Beyond on the Darkseer. Meanwhile, though, Flyfly was taking considerable damage, but Liquid, knowing that the reinforcements are on the way, will fully retreat.
Searing Signet on Gyro. It's a very strong Searing Signet.
So now we're waiting for Beyond and Ollie to make their choices as well as the Crimson Guard trying to keep the Darkseer alive, but V-Tune and Saberlight have too much damage. Any other
At least
Ags?
I believe so.
Well, Emo also
Now
has
you're making me
Ags.
question myself. I think it's Fortuna.
So I think it's going to go to one of those two
Nisha?
where they have Ags. There's a big jump from Emo. Pops the 2 big EPs from the Liquid side. Flyfly already dead. That is Aegis, though, as Nisha trying to time it perfectly with a Requiem, and he does, but the False Promise gonna be used. Well, he actually does TP out in time, just barely. Flyfly looks like he'll survive. But he's gonna go down. Baboka in the sideline.
This is very telegraphed.
Yeah, both sides smoke. Concoction's gonna find Nisha. Emo jumps in, gets him to half HP. Nisha has to pop the BKB. Going for the Requiem now as he's dying to an illusion of all things. And Ollie has to false promise himself. Nisha's already lost in this fight. V-Tune cleaving up, but Flyfly getting the better of this exchange right now. They are kiting him to a high degree despite having that BKB. V-Tune is dead. That's the 3rd death in this engagement for Liquid. They cannot handle the Tier 2 Obscurio from Ollie.
I don't think you can push the tower like this if Yakult brothers are ready for it.
Oh, Saberlight might be the 4th.
There's Blink.
Homing missile.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, they missed the Remnant.
Yep, Concoction's coming for him, though. and Emo will claim another.
So here's the
6K
problem
lead.
with playing Shadow Fiend without a save is...
And this is going to be a tower, if not more. And Insania has to run away because he wants to make sure he doesn't die with his Midas off cooldown. Are they just giving this lane up? I mean, the tier 2 still exists in mid.
This fight is borderline impossible. I think it's actually a good shout to not fight, but the problem is you've still got 2.5 minutes on the gyro. That's a great suggestion. We should probably do something.
Well, he gets the tower uncontested inside the kinetic field now. In the backline box, he tries to jump somebody. He's going to get silenced right off the bat. 2 astro steps on him, and he's dead.
Right off the bat?
Has the buyback. That's true. He's stoked to be in the fountain right now. V2 with a BKB, attempting to run. Should have nightfalled, although he will find the distance regardless. Insania dead thanks to the hand of Midas as V2. Homing missile is going to clip him right outside the base. Emo wants him, won't find him. Nisha forced to BKB as well. And the Yakult bros are super healthy right now in the base of Liquid. Liquid need to hold on a little bit longer so we can get this tier 4 Obscurio out as the lasso instantly canceled thanks to the false promise. SyndereN has to go back to base. V2, no BKB available. Emo will pop his instead. They don't have the damage, I don't think. Oh, the Aether Remnant outside of the pit, and he actually finds the kill. And that's 2 dead for Liquid right now. Aegis still online for 30 seconds. SyndereN, he's going to go in pretty deep, but instantly retreats. As Fly trying to finish the job. He won't do so, but he's creating a lot of space for these buildings to be taken. Gonna get glimpsed into the arms of Nisha.
He still has Aegis. He's still satanic.
Yep, 5 seconds on the Aegis. See if they can go for the Megas. Actually, they didn't even get mid. They just got the tower. Could have been going for the racks at this whole time, but that's okay. They'll get the melee in the top lane. And the full lane is theirs. Do they stick around? Probably.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
30 seconds. Well, I see. The tier 4 is what we're waiting for, so.
Oh, true. Yeah,
that's
go
what
back.
they can wait for. Ollie needs to make the call. They're going to jump in. SyndereN retreats. And Nisha getting destroyed inside this kinetic field of Insania's.
They can't fight.
The Hand of Midas not able to be used in a defensive measure there for Liquid. And this is going to be mega creeps as they call GG. And Ollie becomes the first pro in history to end the game with a win with an Obscurio in their neutral items. Congratulations to him.
Yep. Well, what can you say? He didn't really need anything else, so.
True.
A really well-played game. Guy on your screen's just there. A pleasure to watch Emo play Void Spirit again. I love this guy on this hero.
Escape.
Lane is really rough though, I think.
Is it? Okay.
I thought they should do this game 1. I thought they were just going to go for the Pango game 1.
Yeah.
So I'm down for the team fighter.
For Void Spirit, he had the pleasure of playing in Shadow Fiend last time. This one, in similar vein, not too easy.
Boca in quite a bit of trouble. He gets slapped down by Insania. That stapler really hurts.
I mean, what a dream lane for ET. Sand King Magnus. It's going 2-0-1.
They're going to try to fight it out here. Shackle applied right now to Fly. Getting relatively low as the Cold Feet does proc onto the Rasta. Eventually causes the death as SyndereN can't finish the job on Fly, so we'll have to... Okay, let me just quickly, before we get into action, talk about Lion. Okay. Insania
Oh,
going to
you
show
have
up
to
in
wait
the
with
mid
that.
lane.
It's time for tier
Throws
1
the blood
neutrals.
grenade to Emo. Punching him a bit. Boxy on the other side as well. Emo chooses the right direction, but it matters not, basically. Hex on Rasta. Exact same skill. Finger of Death is Laguna Blade. He has 3 abilities that are literally on other heroes, man.
Yep.
Get a design. Sand King dead. V-Tune gets credit for that one.
Archetype spells with other heroes, right?
Yep.
I don't think anyone else has like 3 abilities
No,
that are
definitely.
parity on others. And they got rid of a lot of the other ones, right? They separated originally the Wraith King and Sven stuns were the same single target stun.
Yeah.
And they made Sven's AoE and Wraith Kings have a slow.
Oh, this is a fight for the
Good
Wisdom
skewer.
Shrine. A good skewer. Insania on the cliff. Baboka will get the Wisdom Shrine as a result.
They can't pull him down.
Insania can't quite walk to the low ground, but he will be taken out nonetheless. I mean, if you think about it, not to get back into the discussion again, Burrow Strike is basically Impale. You just move with it, right?
Yep.
As they do find Fly all alone right now. Has Refraction, though. That is likely his getaway card. Pops it. Getting shackled, though. Still no TPs to support this. Flyfly's going to get thunderclapped as well. I think they have the damage here. He's going to pop the Lotus into the other side of the trees under the cover of the tier 1. Saberlight really wants
nice,
this. Refraction
Brand.
up in 1 second.
Refraction
To be able
again.
to pop it again. As this fight seemingly never ends and no one has TP'd yet, and Saberlight is the one that has to run away. Flyfly turning it around.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm sitting here with a shit-eating grin on my face at how
Wait,
stupid this
it's
is.
not over yet. They're going on top of him again with the thunderclap as Boxy. Will they finally get this kill onto Flyfly? Yes! It only cost them
go.
2 heroes. The Pango from across the map.
The refraction now, and they might just go on him straight away again, but Boxy's going to find Ollie. The trap onto Saberlight, slowing him down to a crawl.
Flyfly. Well,
Pop
of course,
it.
not the first primal split of the game. Man, if they could get Flyfly again, this would be huge. Ollie under the cover of the tier 1.
That's funny.
Then the...
All right, Saberlight.
Yeah.
Well, he's casting 1 spell, 2 spell.
Yeah,
Okay, he
there's
has
the pull
hotkeys.
into Insania.
That
Echo
is
Stomp is not close
not-
as the Burrow Strike with the rotation of Beyond is going to turn to the kill onto Rasta as Flyfly.
Okay.
Still the pressure applied from Insania and Saberlight. He gets slowed thanks to the trap. Aboka is here. He has the skewer. Flyfly is alive, but finally taken out by V-Tune. But Epicenter ready to go. Beyond level 6. Clips V-Tune, and that's about it. Actually, the Lucent Beam is more than enough damage. Gracious.
What the hell was that?
That was a lot of time to plan for that pause and not the greatest of execution.
Off camera, there was a really measly...
You're right. That does sound like 24. I can't get it out of my head now.
Yeah, you hear it now? Okay, good.
No.
I wasn't going crazy.
Emo, he's out of mana. Boxy comes in from the other side as well, just to ensure that this is a kill that goes the way of Liquid. 2K lead already. Kiefer Sutherland, rather. Really great actor of our time. Seen getting chased by Flyfly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Does have Nisha nearby, but they're collapsing with another. Skewer, RP, 1 dead. Does not have Rolling Thunder. Baboka's going to have to trade his life for this. And Flyfly going to get some help from Emo. And Saberlight attempting to run away. Will run into an AA. Nice blocks, but the ice...
Oh, very good block again.
Oh, again.
And they have a trap
Snapping.
here.
And that's a fat, juicy body on the AA, apparently.
Still
Has
survived.
Thunderclap still, but Emo double kill.
Then the question is whether you cash it in for tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, but the tier 1s are just not... I mean, there's going to be some heroes where they're very good. I think some cases the new Chip Vest, for example, is nice. Oh, Emo, by the way. Will
Yeah.
get the Serpent Ward
Doesn't
down.
have much mana to speak of. Will get shackled after using the wand. Should be able to astral away here.
Nice
Oh, the Echo
chain
Stomp
stun.
is beautiful timing and a
Excellent
swashbuckle to
play.
finish him off.
Wow.
Nicely done. Baboka with the skewer under the tower as Nisha getting pounded. Uses the inhibitor. Shockwave.
Ooh.
Wow, that was enough damage with the Ice Vortex. I was going to say.
Yeah, you need to roll the Curio to get it.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody
Insania.
wants the Obscurio, and Insania go to the grave. And Nisha applying a lot of pressure to Emo, forces out 1 Astral Step, drained a lot of his mana. And he gets stunned here. Boxy not able to get there in time, so Emo to the other side. He goes
good
as the RP into the skewer, into the AA blast.
baby.
Wombo combo for Ollie. Beyond
12 times damage.
Yep. I believe it was 10.
Yeah, it got buffed this patch.
Oh, they're going to try to
His
counteract
bow?
this. Emo
They got
takes
it
the
all?
Aegis and the Roche. What?
What?
How?
They just cut everything.
Emo, God. He might be taken out once here.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh my,
Has
if
to
he even
dissimulate
lives? No,
to the
he
right
doesn't get
side,
across.
burning down. That's 1 life. Baboka looking for connection. Boxy in the meantime completely isolated. And Emo going to take a full Eclipse, it looks like, but 2 dead already for Liquid. Primal Split going to cancel the TP on the AA. So Ollie, the first casualty outside the Aegis for Yakult.
Emo God.
Emo still up and running. We're going to have to see a replay of that soon once this engagement ends, which it does.
We're starting to create some distance here. Void Spirit now with the Ags makes Pango's life miserable. It's really hard to deal with if you get jumped. You don't really have any defensive tools. Once again, your supports do not have saves. Insania will be on the receiving end here against Beyond, and Skewer will easily stop that TP. And he'll pop him. And Fly also soloed Saberlight? What?
How?
I'll tell you how. He hit him.
Oh, he didn't have his ult, I
He
guess.
played TA, so he hit hard.
Oh, oh my god.
Baby. Incredible.
Ollie gonna be tanking this.
Never even used his Force Staff. Didn't even bother. Got off all his spells, though. Good damage.
Oh, they spotted him. Hex into the Eclipse with the Aghanim Scepter. Oh my goodness, that is a big kill.
There's her axe.
And now Beyond initiating onto Nisha. He's had a rough game. It will continue, it seems. Surprised that Yakult want to try to fight this. As Beyond now surrounded by Brewlings and Vtune, who's a beast right now. And Burrow start things out. Boxy with the counter Hex, but the Hurricane Pike used on Beyond from Fly. RP onto only one. If they can get it, it might be worth it. Ice Blast. Or sorry, the Echo Stomp,
No
I should
way.
say, actually gives enough space for the
what a
Primal Split to
stomp.
go off. This is a disaster for Yakult now. Eclipse rips right through Fly. Ice Blast
they're
is
gonna fight.
coming. He double
shit, they're
Astrals
actually doing
in.
it.
Oh my god, Nisha's dead already. Saberlight on the outskirts of this epicenter will barely survive. Boxy in the pit. He's going to be able to get the Aegis himself.
He's going to kill the
And the
Sand King.
Shackle onto the Sand King. He dies. And I think that Yakult have to back away now.
There's
So
a new
3
car
dead.
in town, Boxy.
Now they will be able to find a cleanup onto Instania. Nice Force Staff as well, the illusions are actually almost killing Boxy here.
Yes,
Will pop
don't
the
worry
Essence
about it.
Ring.
He wants
That's
to use
true.
it immediately.
Apparently.
He will not be able
He
to
will
because
not
of
be
his
able to.
innate.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh.
Eclipse is back up already. My
Oh,
goodness.
He lived.
Ollie does barely survive. What is the cooldown on that? If it was like today, where there's just,
Boxy's on
sprinkled
the
in.
hunt. He places the banner for Vision.
Oh, wow.
Not
puts
going
down
to
the
push any
Serpent
base
Ward.
with this one.
AA will fall. Okay.
Was that worth it? I would say no. Yeah,
not
it's-
even kidding.
It's worth as much as the AA kill.
It's a lot of money. Oh, heck.
Finds a find here.
Eclipse to follow. That is a dead Magnus. It'll be the trade of Boxy who started this. Emo getting chased now by Saberlight. Thunderclap is there. Beyond looking to use the epicenter. Fly on the other side as well. They're trying to bait them in. There it is, the epicenter. Actually, Beyond, the Earth Splitter doing a lot of damage. Puts them in a horrible spot. As the Rolling Thunder now applied to Fly will try to retreat. This is the Force Staff. Getting diffused, though, as Nisha will have to think twice about it. Emo coming in with the Astral Step. Gets the silence on the Resonant Pulse as well. Nisha is dead again in all likelihood. Yes, indeed, that is the case.
Oh, nice.
Burrow
Burrow.
strike onto 2. Big Astral Step as well. Emo does not want to die here. Has to be careful. They find Instania. Emo, another. Dissimulate. Getting to the other side. V2's trying to chase with all his might, but Fly brings him to the grave. And Saberlight now on the retreat. He uses an urn onto Emo. Should be able to live through that. As Saberlight dies as well. Ultra kill for Fly. This has been an entertaining game.
Yeah, these fights are really tooth and nail. Smoke up.
Yeah.
Yakult, this is a big moment. and they
Boxy
find
leading the way.
perfect
He's
target.
silenced. Astraled up. Rolling Thunder. Nisha not really finding any connection. They lose Boxy already. He buys back into the game. Emo pops the BKB, so avoids most of the Rolling Thunder here. He's going to back away for the time being. As I say that, Astral steps into Nisha. Will roll up. Going to get pulled, though, is Emo. Dissimulates away. There's Baboko with the RP, but he misses everything on the skewer, but it maybe doesn't matter. A Blast does clip 2 off the back of that, and the Eclipse going to absolute work against Ollie. Boxy dies again. That's a dieback for him. Fly gets a triple kill, but finally is brought down. His reign has ended.
Right, you already have a Dispel against the silence.
I mean, they do have multiple silence.
Yeah, you can't use this when you're stunned, though. The brawny one.
We're going to see. Maybe he'll use it. He dies! He goes invisible. He's going to get RP, though. AA Blast is coming for him. He is dead. No buyback at all. Eclipse tanked up mostly by Emo, but the BKBs take off a lot of that damage. That's a huge Earth Splitter coming out. And now Emo and company on the retreat. Oh, the Serpent Ward actually blocks him. Emo has to go the other direction. A big skewer into the pit, but The Magnus finds his way to the grave eventually. Now Emo on the run. TPs to try to catch up. Boxy all over the place this game. Shiva's pop Boxy, the Shackle, and V-Tune. Echo Stomp going to help out, and that's going to be a double kill for V-Tune. So despite taking out Saberlight right off the bat.
Boxy.
Oh yeah, Boxy's still hunting. Fly. He's
So
hacked.
good, man.
Nisha,
He's
and there's the
so
Eclipse
good.
from way downtown. Huge kill for Liquid.
What a crazy map read to go there. Maybe a little bit early before you actually... No way.
Oh, that's awesome. RP, Baboka pops the BKB, Skewer onto the low ground. Emo is there to finish off everyone. In fact, Ollie with the double kill. This game is delivering on all fronts. Yakult get the Roche kill. Obviously, Liquid get all the goodies.
The reason Ollie got the last hit on Roche with Ice Blast.
Nisha leading the way. V-Tune is spotted first. Astral Step from Emo. There's the RP onto the Luna. Of course, this is the Aegis carrier. Might be life number 1. They're going to hold the Void Spirit in place, but the Burrow Strike to cancel. Able to dissimulate to safety for now. Serpent Ward now placement is not the best because the fight is not here anymore, but they do get the 2 kills on the Liquid side. Again, Nisha dies on the sideline.
Boxy.
As the epicenter just for Boxy. He's going to be shackling a creep, trying to get as much HP as possible. Getting crit down by Fly from ridiculous range right now. And Saberlight back into normal form.
They still have Aegis.
They still have Aegis. They still have Refresher Shard on Saberlight. So there's the Burrow Strike. They want to burn this life really badly. They're going to do that with the Astral Step from Emo. Saberlight again with the Primal Split. Beyond seems to be their focus right now. Gets pulled into the arms of V-Tune. Now the Void Spirit lifted into the air. As the Astral Step, though. Gonna dodge the stone. I guess that breaks things up. The tier 2 is gone.
Hit into your high ground, so you're going to try to smoke the other 4 while Brewmaster shows.
Oh, instant Hex. My goodness, but the counter RP from Baboka only hits 1 Skewer away from Emo. And the Eclipse and ET ult end up not doing that much damage, but they still get the kill on Baboka. Fly on the high ground. Saberlight, couple meld strikes to him beyond.
Be careful.
Oh, Astral Step onto 2.
He needs to be
the
careful.
Shivas as well. AA Blast not going to hit Saberlight. We'll have to use Primal Split. There's the epicenter. Rasta is dead for sure. No way to get back in the game. As V-Tune, he's the one that has to be careful. AA Blast still applied. He's ticking away. Will survive as Emo getting perma-stun. Echo Stomp as well. Dissimulate on the retreat as there's the Eclipse. Has to Astral away, but now the TA is completely isolated. He's going to go down to the Lucent Beam. V-Tune killing people from global range. He's on the cliff. He's going to TP away. Something Arteezy never learned. And now Insania gets dropped. Wait, he did die. I'm sorry.
That's a huge...
He bought back.
Much other damage in your cult now. You're getting Refresher on Sand King coming out.
Oh, they got the silence into the Aether Remnant. There's the buyback onto Insania.
Pretty good Ice
AA Blast hits 1. RP hits 1.
Well, that's a dieback.
That is a dieback. You're right. And that's the high ground defender god, Elder Titan.
And a big part of the damage from Eclipse as well is gone now without that natural order.
Yeah, true. Okay. X. The Eclipse to follow. Force Staff to keep Emo safe. Pops the BKB. Just have to outlast this Primal Split. Another Eclipse comes out. Fly shrugs it off with a BKB of his own. AA's dead. Has the buyback, though. He wants to expend it here. Baboka and company, the epicenter to follow. The TA's getting super low. That is the dieback now for Fly. This epicenter is doing work. Beyond limping away, though, with the BKB under the cover of the Sandstorm. He goes down to a casual right-click from Saberlight. And that is going to hurt now for Yakult. They have only 3 members up. Emo trying to assassinate 1 on the back line. Boxy will pop a BKB of his own, apparently, but he does go down.
And Nisha buys back and does not connect
Oh, my goodness. No doubt. That's morning breath.
Get the fuck out of my pit.
No, Insania, or Nisha, I should say, finding Ollie. He's going to put down his AA Blast. He's dead. Yeah, he can't get back in the game. The question is, how much can they get out of this? That's 1 lane.
It's probably going to be it.
Gonna back away for now. RP onto the primal split. Astral
they
step
kill
as
it,
well.
though.
That's enough. Down goes Saberlight. Has buyback. Will use it.
V2 and Aegis down.
Yeah, this is long stun onto Emo. Able to find the distance though beyond. Looking for the epicenter
MP.
play on top of Luna. V2 in a lot of trouble. Pops the BKB. The Hurricane Pike as well. Finds the distance as Saberlight comes in with the refresher. Primal split available, but he gets silenced mid-animation. Now we'll think about his choices here.
Want to get Baboka on the
As
side.
Instania, pretty low. Emo is such a thorn in their side as well. Will Astral step to the high ground? Well, they get the stun from Nisha. Finally has that basher, it seems. Dissimulates away. And the pull away onto Nisha to save him. And Nisha able to get his ult off, and now the stun lock onto the Void Spirit. He's dead.
Oh,
Emo does have buyback though. Beyond.
Oh, and disc refresh.
Burrow Strike will barely survive here. Costs 2 buybacks from Yakult. As, okay, that's a very aggressive Emo. Wants to take out Insania on the back line as Fly focusing on V2. He has tons of damage. Finally, they take him out.
This would be a dieback on
Emo.
Saberlight. He has to try to
Saberlight
get out
can
of
take
here.
the refresher, gets Aether Remnant back into the fray. They have the blocks. They have a lot of spells at their disposal. That's a buyback now. He uses his neutral, but that is a dieback for Saberlight.
Remember,
Yeah.
ye old days where, oh, Eclipse is down.
Yeah, oh, Emo with a double Astral. Bro's gonna
Nice
miss because of the
reaction.
BKB. Boxy was ready for this. Huge kill for
Okay.
Liquid.
Okay, okay.
And now Yakult on the run. They have the buyback onto the Sand King, but obviously if they can try to retain that, that would be in their best interest.
Oh, excuse me, Aegis and refresh.
Luna Glaives are a problem. It'd be hard to surprise them here. Primal Split used. They're dying pretty quickly, but at the same time, the tier 4 towers take a ton of damage, even with this nerf as Baboka with the RP. AA Blast to follow, basically just on the Pango. Is that enough? They're going to buy back onto the Sand King now. Epicenter at the ready. Nisha dead. No way to get back in here.
Refresh.
Beyond Refresher. Another Epicenter for the road, along with a BKB. V-Tune going to town on Beyond, though. Will attempt to TP out. The Aether Remnant just a millisecond slow, but still. Yakult with the 1 buyback defend, and now it's a 5 versus 4. Extra damage from all sources for him, but if he dies, the item breaks. AA Blast onto Saberlight. Hear the Rolling Thunder being procced. Not going to fully commit to it, though. As Fly trying to go through backdoor protection. Seemingly able to do it at this stage. Boxy with the BKB. Tries to get off the Hex, but not in time.
Remember, Fly does not have the Aegis.
The Helm of the Undying on Ollie, of all heroes. Let's see how long he lasts. He gets 5 seconds. Eclipse with the Shackle. Do they have any way to stop this? It's a full Eclipse! He's dead. That's what... Aegis down, but the RP not going to be doing too much here. Trying to get really aggressive. There's the first Epicenter from Beyond. AA Blast is coming as well. 3 dead already for Liquid. They're going to buy back instantly. Now the AA, they get pulled into the fray, but we'll be able to walk away. The dieback for the Brew. Saberlight is dead. There's the second RP from Baboka. And that is another death. He's actually inside of his Rolling Thunder. Ultra kill for Fly. He wants to get the full Rampage. Absolutely in style. And this should be the end of the game. Second Rampage for Fly. Could get another one for the road as GGs are called out. Double Rampage, Fly, and Yakult brothers. What a showing. This was an amazing game.